Melody in the classic period. Classical melody are among the most tuneful and easy to remember. Even the highly sophisticated compositions may have folk flavour. Occasionally, composers simply borrowed popular tunes, but more often they wrote original themes with a popular character. Classical melodies often sound balanced and symmetrical because they are frequently made up of two phrases of the same length. The second phrase in such melodies may begin like the first but will end more conclusively and will be easier to sing.
Rhythm. In classical music there is a flexibility of rhythm. A classical composition has a wealth of rhythmic patterns. The classical style also includes unexpected pauses, syncopations and frequent changes, from long notes to shorter ones, and the change from one pattern of note lengths to another may be either sudden or gradual.
The instruments of the classical period were constantly changing and evolving as various bright sparks came up with handy innovations and grab ideas. But there are two main developments that we can point to. First, the piano, and secondly, the evolving of the orchestra.
The piano and the clarinet were two new instruments introduced into the classical orchestra.
In the classical period.
Before focusing on the set work, it is important to familiarise yourself with some of the basic hallmarks or features of music composed during the classical period. Some general features and developments include an emphasis on well-proportioned and graceful melody lines written in regular phrases of often 8 bars duration. 4 bars as a question answered by 4. This is called periodic or regular phrasing. These also include, linked to this, a melody-dominated texture became popular, although polyphony was also used. Exposition in the first section is the first section in the main themes, and they are presented or exposed. This is where the name comes from. The first theme, called the first subject, which is the first theme or melody, is always in the tonic or home key. This theme is usually the most lively and rhythmic. There follows a short linking section called the bridge passage. A bridge passage is a linking passage often used to change the key of the music or modulate in preparation for the second subject, during which the music modulates or changes key. At which point we reach the contrasted second subject, which is the second theme or melody. The contrast will be both the mood and the key of the music. The new key will be related to the tonic key of the music, such as the relative major or minor, or the dominant key. The whole of the exposition section is then often repeated so that the listener becomes familiar with the two subjects before the development occurs.
Development
in the central section. The composer develops one or both ideas from the exposition. The development can be based on the complete melody or a fragment motif from it. Sometimes the composer will use several motifs and combine them in different ways, thus creating new variants of the original subjects. The second features various keys, but deliberately avoids the tonic and dominant keys. The music of this section is often adventurous as the drama unfolds and is constantly changing. Recapitulation is the final section, which balances with the opening exposition. This is where the composer recaps the first subject in the tonic key. The bridge section then follows to balance with the opening section, but does not modulate as the second subject is now heard in the tonic key as the work is drawing to a close.